Hello, everyone. Hello, y'all. Thank y'all for connecting with me. This is Coach Diamond, Coach Diamond D, your life coach, your tech. And I am just an advocate out here. Mentor, walking around, just making great connections to really help people really get out their own way. And so as I just grow on this ahead of you, then you'll be like, I ain't gonna do all of that, but just get up there, go. But when you don't know what's in front of you and you want to get where you want to go or need to What's up, everybody? What's good, y'all? This is Coach Down, your life coach. I am very able guys to talk fast. I'm just full, y'all. Just full. Right now, I'm enjoying the nature of the greenery. So, just, and so, I'll have to let you know that um, the Brazilian podcast is, of course, uh, a guest speaker on May this May 12th. And I'm excited. I'm excited about and he is very resilient and can't wait to be able to share her also that everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. Everybody. If they say story to tell, they tell a story to tell. Because everybody has a story. Don't know, but I think most open minded out that because I think of all my life. Because, when you're little, that's it. So, don't get but I miss so bad, so bad. That wall, straight up wall, so straight up that I wall. Why? God, because it's no, no fear about when you are literally allowing that all whatever. I'm sure when look, let them set it down, that I can, you know, get back. We don't get back. We don't get back. Mom, they, your dad is there. I mean, sister, brother, well, we don't do those things. So that's do your research. Look for the red flag. Look I just want to let you know out, let you know that book to look, let you know. I think oh, the still still um, um, at all right, we're back. Resilient Talk is actually my podcast, but Resilient Talk is a person that has literally have been through some things and have overcame some things to get kind of where they need to be, but they sacrifice so much, and then on top of that sacrification they actually, is that a word? I think it is. I think it is. Yeah, it is. So but that sacrification, um they did a thing, and they just jumped and said, you know what, I got to figure out what I got to do to continue to live, to be who I am, so that I can go and grow and become a better version of myself. What do I need to do to get to it? And y'all, I'm telling you, I was at that moment, I was mentally destroyed, lost. But you don't stay in that stuff. So when you know what you know, when you know what you know, you have the right to shift and really take your best foot forward and really find who you authentically are. Okay? It is a reason that you are alive. If you have not did your research, you need to do your research. Why, Coach Diamond? Because discovering your authentication, your authenticity, your resilience, your natural mood, who you are, why you are, to discover a little of who you are so that you can grow and become a better version of yourself. If you have not did that yet, I encourage you. I encourage you to do so because it's important. It's important. Just do it. Like Nike say, just do it. It's important. You don't want to live 43, 44, 45, 46, 40, 52, 73, 75. But you know what I'm talking about. Okay, you don't want to, for real. You don't want to live all that time. And then, boom, you leave here and you don't even know your purpose. You don't know your purpose. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you like. You don't know your favorite color. You like blue because she like blue. You don't you don't know. You just don't know. You just don't know. And so when you just don't know, when you just don't know, that could be a scary phase when you just don't know. And so this is why I decided to get out my own way to help those that just don't know. You just don't know that you are somebody. You are created for a purpose. You are created with a purpose. You have knowledge. You have a gift. You have a mind. You have a body and you have a soul. What else can you ask for? Let's think about it. So if you have all of these things and he gives it to you and he has equipped you for these things, and if he has not, you are missing some things, some steps or some, you need to do that discover your purpose workbook to really, really say, what is it that I need to grow, believe, understand, grow, believe, understand, grow, believe, understand, grow, believe, comprehend, understand, grow, believe, all of those things. Personal development is a powerful tool. And I'm grateful that I went on that journey. I went on a journey to discover me, discover all of me, my authentication, who I am and whose I am. Finding who you are can play a major part of the future best self of you. Not just to be seen, heard, or looked at, but for you to really just to be magnificent in your walk, your talk, your connection, your friendship, um, your relationships, your parentships, whatever it may be. Who knows? Whatever. But when you honestly start feeling that boldness, that confidence, that that radical sensation feel of something just jumped on the inside of me, and I don't know what it is. Not a baby, but something just jumped on the inside of me, and I don't know what it is. That's the Holy Spirit. You gotta feel it. And when you feel it, it's not gonna just jump. You got to go through it to get to it and stuff like that. And it's so ironic that some people think that mine just be so fake and it's just all this whatever. But that's beyond the point. The point is that when it comes to you and you feel it and you sincerely feel it, you got to start shifting and really get out your own way and start taking your best foot forward. You don't know the plans that your future best self hold for you. And I say that. You don't know the plans that God holds for you. You don't know your capability until you unlock your capability. You got to unlock your capability. How do you unlock your capability? Your strengths. Everybody be talking about, let's sit here and do the what you call it, the SWOT thing, the SWOT interview process, whatever. Your strengths are your strengths. And some people be so, afraid to announce their full strength, their strength in who God has created them to be. People, they really don't like asking, or they really don't even say my strength. I can. They don't know those. I didn't know mine, and I'm gonna tell you, I still don't. But people that I work with, they say, "Diamond, your strength is connections. Your strength is connecting with people. Your strength is your energy to energy. Energy connects energy. Confidence connects confidence. Sometimes, but when you learn, I'm so silly, y'all. When you learn that you are a magnet to do what God has called you to do, you gotta say, poof, be gone to everything else mentally. And you just gotta just forget, but you gotta let some stuff go. You gotta let some stuff go. So when you let that stuff go, let me tell y'all, you will discover your passion, your interests. You will discover um, your personality, who you authentically are. You will discover the rating of your personality, because a lot of people don't like to discover that rating. You want to know why? Because you want folks to know that they're an introvert. If you're an introvert or an extrovert, they don't want people to know that they are a thinker, a feeler. They don't want people to know that they are, you know, um, crave. No, I'm just playing. They don't want people to want, they don't want people to know that, whether if they are a, um, what is it? I said thinker, feeler, I don't know. You just got to take the workbook. And once you get started, y'all, you peel off all kinds of layers that you're sitting in right now. But until you start peeling and dissecting these things, you kind of just twirl around in your little past life and stay there for a long time and dwell and just be so frustrated and all of that stuff. You wasting time. You're wasting time. Time is a factor, and he has like a calling over your life. And I learned last night that God loves us, and those he love. It was Revelation 3 last night, where we stopped at in Bible study, chapter, I think, yeah, chapter 3, verse 19, is that those he loved, y'all, come on. Woo! Mm, you got to go through it to get to it. Don't let that slip over your head. And not everybody has to go through it to get to it. Some people are just talent like that. Some people are just naturally blessed like that. Some people are just, and I'm not saying anything wrong with that, but those are the people that sometimes that are sitting there saying, I wish I just, I wish I could just have that, her guts, her mind, her confidence, her boldness, her determination, her resilience, her her hair, her car, her shoe. You don't know who you just don't know. So when you don't know, this is the thing that you can have all of those things if you choose to have them. You got to choose to have them. Life is a choice. It's a true, true choice. So never abandon your hope. Don't push it back. Don't push it aside. Don't push it. Hope. Don't do that. Don't push it back. Don't push it aside. That's your confidence. And when you have confidence, you can grow and go and become a better version of yourself each and every day. Y'all, I work hard on Coach Diamond every day. I work hard on Diamond every day. I work hard on my whole household every day. So I'm here to tell you, you got time to get out your own way. Don't hesitate to get out your own way because somebody needs your help. Somebody needs you. Somebody needs to hear your story. Somebody needs to hear your testimony. Somebody needs to hear, how you got from point A to point B. How did you move out your own way to resiliently get, where you are? What was the last marking? What was the life changing experience? What was that moment that you said, I'm just tired. You get sick and tired of being sick and tired. What part or when was that? I became a resilient, authentic woman. I was already authentic off the rip, but I became that resilient, authentic woman. So, with the resilience on it, I had to level up and grow up a little more. And to receive, I had to get out my own way to make sure I heard and I can hear. I know that those are some things that God was teaching me. And I said, let me make that connection. Connected with everything else. Let me make this connection. Let's see. I heard you. I hear you. I actually can. And so when I did that, that's where my answers came. They call me crazy. Let them call me crazy. Let them call me crazy. So I'm telling you all, this is the way you can shift and get out your own way and become a better version of yourself. I don't know what's going on with my live, but it's fading out. Somebody's fading me out. Somebody's fading me out. It ain't nothing but the old devil, but it's okay because it was very, very y'all see that, right? It was working, it was doing fine, but then when I looked up in the sky, that's exactly what it started messing up. And that's how God works in my life. Like, seriously, like, for real. Look up there, that devil come on around. And when I give and confess and I, sit and I talk about it. And yeah, that part, that part, that part. So I'm just very, very grateful to be alive to really talk about this like more and more and more because it helps me release. It helps me shift. I'm only human. I'm not perfect by far at all. Don't claim to be. But I know one thing. My God brought me through. And I'm appreciative. And I'm just learning in it every single day. It's a beautiful journey. Um, no turning back. Too late now. Gotta learn. But I love y'all, beautiful people. Make sure you stay connected. Make sure you stay connected. If you're somebody and you're shifting and drifting and you just, lack confidence, lack, uh, um, lack the energy to pursue your dreams and your goals, let's talk, let's grow, let's connect, because that's what Coach Diamond do. I help you shift and get out your own way and start living your purposeful life on purpose. So if you're ready to grow, one call, that's all.